Hello everyone, it's Peter Smith. Again, it's my second little chat today. I'm excelling myself. Now, some time ago, I got a comment in one of my little YouTube videos, and it's a very unpleasant little quip by a pro-abortionist, a pro-killing children in the womb person, about how many children have I adopted from women with crisis pregnancy, something along that line. I've really got to have adopted 200,000 babies in the UK, or I'm a hypocrite. Well, I am a hypocrite because we're all hypocrites. Everyone's a hypocrite. Everyone never lives up to their own standards or what they believe in. We all fall short, and we all have our mask, which is what hypocrisy means. We have one mask, and it says one thing, and what we do is not always exactly the same. So there we are. We're all hypocrites, including me. Now, because I've not adopted a whole bunch of kids from someone else, does that mean I can't say abortion's wrong? Now, this is a classic tactic of these people, to try and shut us down, that, you've never adopted all these people, so you can't have an opinion on it. Well, I do have an opinion on it, and I speak about it, and I lobby at the United Nations about it, and I've lobbied in the European Parliament about it, and I've lobbied in the Westminster Parliament in the UK. And I've lobbied all over the place in different countries about why abortion is wrong. And some pro-abort jerks are not going to change my mind or shut me up just because I haven't adopted a whole bunch of kids. Now, if you do look around to see who does adopt children, many pro-lifers adopt children. In fact, in the UK, it is so difficult to adopt because these babies the women don't want just get aborted. Now, once there was plenty of kids to adopt, but now there's hardly any in the developed world because of abortion on demand, and you just can't get the babies to adopt. I mean, there's a lovely lady in my church who's just adopted a second child. It's wonderful to see her with two small kids. It's just absolutely brilliant. I spoke to her the other Sunday, and I said just how happy I was that she's got the little boy now as well as the little girl. They're wonderful. To hear them in church, it's just such a blessing to hear kids making a little bit of noise in church. And my pastor's grandson was over from America this Sunday, and he was making a bit of noise. It was wonderful. And I said to him, it's wonderful to hear your grandson making a bit of noise in church. It doesn't put me off one little bit if they make a little bit of noise. It's fine. Now, the other chestnut you get is, you can't have an opinion about abortion because you're not a woman. Well, it's true, I'm not a woman. That's right, I'm a man. There's no transgender confusion in my mind whatsoever. I'm a man. I'm male. I'm a grandfather. I'm a father. I'm a brother. I'm an uncle, and I'm great uncle. All male. So this is the line the pro-aborts come with. You're a woman. You're not a woman. This is a woman's issue. You shouldn't have an opinion on this. It's a woman's issue. It's a woman's right. They never finish the sentence. A woman's right to kill their unborn child when they don't want the child. Or someone else doesn't want the child. Whichever. It's usually someone else doesn't want the child. But I say to them, well, you see, I've only ever known one woman who got pregnant without a man, and she was called the Virgin Mary. It was, about 2,000 and something years ago, 2,020 years ago, something like that. Only one I ever know about. Every other one takes a man to get her pregnant, even if they're just a sperm donor. And that's how some of these radical feminists view men, just sperm donors. That's really all we are, But I don't look at it that way. And the child in the womb is not a part of the woman's body. It's just attached on the inside. And they're attached on the outside when they're born for a long time. There's still lots of attachment, still lots of dependency, still lots of needs need to be, met for the little baby to survive. Whether you're in the womb or out of the womb, there's lots of dependency there and all the rest of it. But that's no reason to say, oh, it's just up to the women. Don't think it should be up to the women. I think a man should be able to protect the life of his child, born or unborn. I believe that is a God-given right. Now, you'll also get the people attacking white people who might make a comment about black people. Well, you see, I'm against slavery. Why shouldn't I be able to say I'm against slavery of black slaves? There's white slaves too. There's a lot more black slaves, but there are white slaves too. So why shouldn't I be able to speak about those sort of issues? I should be able to speak on any issue that affects human beings, because I'm human. So these are just some of the techniques to try and shut us down. And you've got other things like, well, would you provide all the money for these women who have these crisis pregnancies? No. It's up to that woman and the man to get their act together. They are meant to be providing for their children. That's their primary responsibility. I've cared for children, and I help care for grandchildren a bit too. My wife, Granny Smith, she cares for our 2 grandchildren here in Scotland a lot. She does a lot with them. I do a bit with them too. It's in the family where that primary care should be for kids and grandkids. And we should be married. Marriage is good. Marriage ordained by God. And now people say, living together is just the same. No, it's not. It's not the same. But anyway, I just wanted to share a couple of ideas about how people try and shut us down. But we're hard to shut down. You see, if you don't have freedom of speech, if you're not allowed to talk about things, when there are problems, and political correctness is a problem. Big problems. Identity politics is a big problem. Setting one group against the other. Men against women. Black against white. Gay against straight. All this groups, one against the other. It's not good. It's not good. The idea that we've come up with in the Western world is called the sovereignty of the individual. It's not groups, one group against the other. You see, the gender identity people are now into this, oh, well, there's 7 billion genders in the world. I mean, you're back to individual sovereignty again. They don't seem to understand that. But this group identity, group politics, it's not good. Just tribalism, one group against the other. And especially men against women. Why should it be a fight and a competition? That's not a good way to run society, with men fighting women. I mean, I see it at the UN. It's a nightmare over at the UN. All these radical feminist groups, well, they can't even chat to you. I try to talk to them. I mean, there was a bunch of Aussie feminists over there last March at the Commission on the Status of Women. And you can hardly get a word out of them. They hate my guts. I'm trying so hard to be nice to them. But no, they can't even engage in a little bit of friendly banter. Not even banter, just a little bit of just how's the weather type thing, just small talk. Haven't got any small talk. No big talk either, no anything when it comes to men, they hate the men. That's not a good thing. I don't hate these radical feminists. That's another thing. I went back to my old high school after 50 years. It was amazing to go back. Met the headmaster. He's only a young lad, probably less than about 40 or so. And I said, why couldn't I come along and have a talk about what I do at the UN and stuff? Oh, we can't have people who are speaking hate. And I was too slow. I'm normally too slow with these things. See, I don't hate the abortions to kill the babies. I don't hate the women who have the abortions. I'm commanded as a Christian to love my enemies. I'm not just because I'm pointing out that what's being done's wrong doesn't mean I hate these people. I would help these people in any way I could, not to do the killing of the babies, but in other things. If I saw an abortion doctor broken down on the side of the road and I knew he was an abortion doctor, I'd still help him get the car going, as long as he wasn't going to an abortion clinic. If he was just going home, I'd help him out. I wouldn't participate in the sin, but I don't hate these people. That's not how Christians work. And this is a typical thing, these pro-aborts and the rest of them say, oh, they're haters. No, we're not. No. Love your enemy as yourself. That's what the Bible says, and that's what we try and work at, loving our enemies. It's easy to love your friends and your family, but loving your enemies, you need the help from the Lord to do that. But that's what we try and do. So there was just a few little things that entered into my head. They pop in and pop out. I'm off around to have supper with dinner, whatever, evening meal with my daughter, which is nice. Grandchildren will be there. Little dog will be, little puppy there. They've got a puppy now. Oh, it's an amazing little dog, Springer Spaniel called Lola. She'll be there nipping at me, but don't worry too much about those little sharp teeth. They don't cause too much damage. It'll be good. And I've just did my little practice sermon on Daniel 6. I don't know how that went, but anyway, it's up, and I'll just get this one uploaded. So thanks for watching, and God bless you.